fix right now. Well, our guest today has been called a lot of great things. Powerhouse in the music industry, icon legend. She's a renowned drummer and one of our favorite guests ever in almost 10 years of this show. Back in the 80s, we couldn't get enough of this song.
Dance on the roof, make love on a bed of flowers. That's what we all wanna know is
Right. Without further ado, audience, give it up for the queen of percussion, the one and only Sheila E. Period.
Thank you.
This graphic will be changed to include a period momentarily, I promise. Yeah. How you doing, love?
I'm fine. How are you?
You look great.
You look amazing.
Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Let's get this out of the way because I sent you a message. You were in the news. Like, you were in the news. You were on every news. You were in, like, Hooterville news. You were in national news. You were everywhere. And I was literally to Disneyland when this erupted, and I sent you a message. I'm like, I got it. So you went to Paisley on Prince Day, and they wouldn't let you into a room. What? Okay, will you explain, clear up, like, for once and for all, what happened?
I don't even have time to tell that whole story.
I know.
Well, because it's a long, you know.
But you tried to go into a soundstage you've been in hundreds of times.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the soundstage.
Oh.
So we drove up unannounced, which we don't need to announce that we're showing up. And you know, we showed up, and I said, you know, I want to go into Studio B. Studio B was my studio, you know, and Prince and I would walk hand in hand while Paisley was being built. Like the dirt was being brought up, you know, there was no building. We hand in hand stepping over. Here's going to be the kitchen. Here's Studio B. There's your studio. Here's, you know, so, you know, to go there, and it's like, it's his birthday. We're driving to another place to go do a show. You know, can we just go into Studio B and do a happy birthday and, you know, to the fans and all that? They're like, oh, we have to check. And I'm like, check what? So we walk into the entryway, and they came out and, you know, talked to some people. And then the security guy came over and he said, I'm so sorry, they won't let you go into the studio. They're also having tours. I was like, well, I know they're having tours. That's just what you're doing. But he said, yeah, he says, you know, they have to call the other people and it's a committee. I was like, you gotta be kidding. He says, well, you can go to the soundstage, which that's not where I wanted to go. I didn't ask to go there. Or you can go to the merchandise room and do a video. I was like, oh, so you can sell more product. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's not even cool. Like, I said, that's okay. And they said, no, you can come in. I said, no, thanks, we're leaving. So then I just turned around and I went live and I said, this is what happened. Unfortunately, it was a joke. And any of us that have been a part of Prince, you know, at that time, we spent years there. We lived there. I slept there. I ate there. I recorded. There's so much music that's there that I did. I'm not trying to do anything other than just, you know, give him props. They should be handing me the key to the back door. Come on, really.
I said that, yeah. Oh. Fix that right there. Fix that right there. Right there. I take care of you. I take care of you. I love this woman. But I got on, I thought, it's Sheila E. Come on, I get rules. We all get rules.
Sure.
We all get it.
Yeah.
We get sick. But come on,
yeah.
Let you in there. This is what I said, is let her in there for 2 minutes. Let her just, if the tour's in there, who cares? Mary from Idaho would love to see you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there were people in the front that had come, they're like, oh my God, Sheila's here. Oh my God, I can't believe. That was the best. So I took pictures with other people, you know. Anyway, whatever,
yeah.
They'll get it together.
They'll get it together. I wore purple for you.
I know,
I
see.
did a little suit. Tell me about your new music.
Yes, I did my first ever salsa record. It's amazing. Salsa, I know. It's amazing. It's taken me all this time to finally do a salsa record. And it's called Bailar, which means dance. And it took almost 2 years to do this record. But it's amazing because we have so many amazing collaborations with people who have sung on the record and performed. We have Gloria Estefan, we have Gilberto Santa Rosa, Ruben Blades, Victor Manuel, Jean Rodriguez, Debbie Nova, Tony Sukar, Mimi Sukar, my dad, my mom, amazing artists, musicians that I recorded it in Miami, and it's getting rave reviews right now. It's just incredible.
What was there a nugget? Was there a catalyst that wanted to make you do this? Were you somewhere where you were inspired? Where did the inspiration to finally do this? Where did it come from?
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about it for about 5-7 years, you know, and it's on my bucket list, which is a crazy bucket list. And it's never too late to do something new. You know me.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to do something crazy and out of the box. And for me, this was challenging for many reasons. One, I don't speak Spanish. You know, I can sing Spanish a little bit. I don't understand Spanish. We weren't brought up in that way. Even though my dad is Mexican, he was told not to speak Spanish, you know, when they were growing up, which was unfortunate. But the music we grew up listening to, so it's different than Latin jazz, but salsa music, we dance, we sing, it's about community and passion and the music. And I wanted the young people to know that this music is still alive in the next generation, especially the people who are following me now, to not let this music die. It's beautiful music.
What is it like for you when the youngins come up to you, and I see you smiling? What is it like when you see these new generations that obviously weren't around when we were young, that come up to you and are you discovering now? What does that feel like?
Oh, it's pretty amazing. I mean, anyone that's maybe 5 years younger than me now, like, because I'll be 67 in December. Is that good or bad?
It's good. It's good. I think that,
okay.
It's good. They think,
all right.
You don't look, they're saying, you don't look 67. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so.
Whatever that means.
Whatever,
nowadays,
yeah, I don't know. But the thing is, anyone younger than me, I go, just call me Auntie Sheila. So now the community is like Sheila E, but it's not. Auntie, what are you doing? Auntie Sheila, Auntie Sheila. And I'm actually on the social media platform every couple of days, finding young people and mentoring them through in different countries. I'm sending them messages and saying, keep doing what you're doing. I have so many, and there's so many amazing people now, young people that are playing music. It's incredible.
More with Sheila E when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. Look at that. Look at that. Fixed within the segment. Welcome back. The one and only. One of our favorites. The great Sheila E. I love that you're doing this when we were talking about your appearance. Tell the folks, you can't get Sheila's, the new album, you can only get it at shows. Tell the folks why you're doing that.
Yeah, so the Salsa record is streaming because it was a different type of project.
Yeah.
But my other new record that is out, but it's not streaming, you can only buy at the shows because streaming sucks, really. we don't. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. It has destroyed our work ethic and how we get paid. 1 million streams. If my band is called Sheila E and the E Train, which we're playing, you'll talk about it, Dakota. But if there's 6 of us, so if we wrote a song together, 1 million streams, that's 1 million, we make $3,500. 1 million, $3,500 split between the 6 of us. That's 1 million streams. 100,000 streams is like $350 or something.
It's completely, correct me if I'm wrong, it's completely, I was hearing some interview about this, there was a podcast, it's disrupted the whole music industry. It's barely an industry, it's not hyperbole to say, there's barely an industry left because of that.
Yeah, no, the streaming has really destroyed the way that we live. You know, it's very challenging. And so the only way that my band, we did this project together. We all produced it together, we wrote it together. It's called Hella Funky. And we're all from the Bay Area. And it's just like, in order for them to get paid for their services, for our services, is that we sell the CDs at the show.
And speaking of the shows, touring is a way still.
Yeah.
It's the way artists can make money. Tell you have some shows this weekend. If you're watching from other cities, fly in right now. You have some shows. Tell us about the shows, my friend.
Yes, I am playing at the famous Dakota Club here in
Dakota's great. One of the best.
Yeah. I haven't played there in so long, and because this is the E Train, the smaller band, we're playing there tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 2 shows each night. There might be 10 tickets left. I don't know. It's pretty close.
They'll be gone by the time the segment's done. But yeah,
it's true. Yeah.
Do you still get? Because I always say this with someone like you sitting next to me, we're never gonna feel what it's like to be you. Yeah. Do you still get a thrill when you go out there and what runs through your mind as you're playing? Is it still electric for you?
I don't run anything through my mind. It's all heart. So what I get from all of us performing, like my bass player Raymond is here, my band is watching at the hotel, Lynn, Roseanne, Michael, Bertrand. I mean, we're all just like, we're a family. And what we get to be able to do what we get to do, like even when we haven't had sleep, we're sick. It's amazing what we get from you guys. We get to play that hour and a half or whatever and spend that moment and that time with you to make you happy. All we want to do is bless one person. That moment is so amazing. It's emotional because like we put everything that we have out. Like it's our first time ever performing. And when we get back, it's just like, oh my God, it's crazy. Like I cry. I don't know how many times I cry. I'm just a big baby. I swear, it's crazy.
We're not done. We'll be back with Sheila E. right after this. Back in a moment, everybody. I love the Dakota. Come back. Oh, my goodness. Come on. It's Sheila E., everybody. Welcome back. More time with her. Okay. You were... In our limited time left, I have so many things I want to talk to you about because so much has happened since the last time you were here.
I know.
You were in that documentary that we were loving, Greatest Night in Pop. If you guys haven't seen it, here's a clip right here talking about We Are the World. And again, you make me laugh. I wanted to send you a message this day because you were so real in that interview about why you think they really invited you there, which was bait. You were like bait to get Prince there. Right? Am I characterizing that right?
No, it wasn't all bait.
No.
It wasn't all bait. but the unfortunate part about it is like Lionel and Quincy, they're all my friends.
Yeah.
That's family. And I didn't know until later on years when Ken Cragen wrote a book and someone said, did you read Ken Cragen's book? He mentions that they had you there and they wanted Prince and that's why, and I was like, what? So I read the book and I was like, that's horrible. And then they they called me up last year, whatever, and said, hey, we're gonna film about a documentary, and we would love to have you, do an interview. I was like, I guess so, yeah, because it was a fun night. The biggest thing for me was it wasn't just like doing We Are the World because we were on the Purple Rain tour. Prior to that, it was the biggest night for me playing the American Music Awards, my first time ever with the light sticks, and it was a big deal for me to speak with Dick Clark to tell him, please turn the lights off so this works, and they're like, absolutely not. So when you see that piece, American Music Awards, you see that there's a delay with the lights coming off, turning off because they didn't want the show to go black. That would be a disaster.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was a big deal for me. So we were exhausted. We had been up for 3 days. We do the American Music Awards, and it's like, oh yeah, after we're gonna go over there. So we go over there, we're hanging out, and I'd say half of those people there I knew from being in the business for a while. However, there are a second half of the people I didn't know. And the one person I really loved, I was excited about was Cyndi Lauper. I really wanted to meet her. So it was.
You had not met Cyndi up until that point?
No, I had not. No, and we became friends ever since that day. But in talking with everybody, Lionel kept telling me that I was going to sing with everyone else. And so I was waiting. And then, we had to leave the next morning. It was getting late. And I'm like, man, and so call Prince and see if he's coming. So I called him, and I called Prince at the hotel. And he was like, well, how's it going? Because he wanted to know. I was like, actually, it's pretty cool. This is nice. And he goes, okay, what do you think? And I said, I think you should come down. He's asking me. I was like, sure, I think you should come down. He goes, well, okay, let me think about it. And then I called later because they're like, well, see if he's coming. So I called him again. And he said, well, how is that? I said, it's good. I said, but this, I'm getting sleepy. It's late, And he said, well, ask them, can I play guitar? Now, in the documentary, Lionel's saying he's talking with Prince. He never called him. I did. I was the only I only tell the truth. I'm just saying. So
that's why I asked you. I knew you would.
Lionel wasn't talking to Prince. I was the only one that called him. So I called, and he said, ask Quincy, can I play guitar? And I held the phone. I said, Quincy, Prince wants to know, can he play guitar on this song? And they're like, no, we want him to come and sing, And they were telling me that he was going to sing after Michael and the whole thing. So anyway, he said, no. He goes, I want to play guitar. And they said, no, we want him to come come sing. And I said,
and was it about Michael? Did they have a right? Did he not care for him? Because the documentary made it seem.
No, they hung out. We all hung out.
That's what I thought. They made, not that they fully alluded to it, but they made it. There was a couple sound bites that made it seem like Prince had a thing with Michael, and there was a jealousy. And I'm like,
are you kidding me? No.
Yeah, that's right.
No. The thing is I'm going to tell. Okay, I'm going to tell something I've never told. Here I go again. Oh, sorry, we're out of time.
No,
right?
We are not. Don't you run that commercial, Jeff.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. No one's watching.
So we get the song Bad from Michael, and we're here at Paisley, and Prince is like, wait a minute. He said, Michael wants me to sing this song with him, so he played it for us. He goes, your bud is mine. He said, what? Your bud is mine? And he just walked away. He said, So we went and we re-recorded Bad. It was so funky. It was so amazing. It was an incredible rendition of what it should have been. And then after we recorded it, we're like, oh my God, we can't wait for Michael to hear it. Then Prince went like this, record, and he erased the whole thing. Right there. Oh yeah, it was fun. We did that all the time though. I can name so many songs that we re-recorded that was sent to us. That's another show. Exactly.
Sheila, give it up for Sheila E, everybody. What a way to leave the party. Be sure to listen to her new album. If you're watching in the Twin Cities area, go see Sheila E. Or if you're not, fly today. And the E-Train band at the Dakota Club in downtown Minneapolis. They have shows Thursday through Sunday. Tickets at dakotacooks.com. We'll be right back. Back in a moment.
I love you.